is Pros with another video, a tutorial video at that. So here we have this beautiful weapon. Now, what does it look nice? This one looks nice. Let me go to the nice sunlight so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's beautiful whip. Oh yeah, beautiful. I gotta show this off, man, like this. So whips, why are whips good? Why do people wanna use whip? It's a good question, right? It's very interesting on how the weapon is. So whips actually have a nice range, longer than some weapons, as you can see. So it's actually, you can challenge a person with a pike, which is a spear, and believe you can actually have the same distance. So it's actually very nice. And the weapon, dual wielding, is actually very nice because it's actually pretty fast. It's not that bad. It's actually very decent. So using a whip is actually very interesting. A lot of people like using it with spells and whatnot. So they go whip, somebody gets close, they keep spamming and somebody gets close. They're like, nope, you want to go in? Let's go, man. Nah, man. And then you just go whip them out from outside. So a lot of people like to do that little tactic, and obviously with sorcery as well. So what do I like about whips? Because whips are actually the only weapon that you can't parry. So that's why whips are actually very good. Because if you're tired of somebody parrying you, you put a whip on, and oh, it's just beautiful, man. You can just attack freely without worrying somebody's gonna parry you, because it won't happen. It just won't happen. So this weapon is actually, as you saw, it's like a blade, a special blade. It's called the it's called the urumi. So, whoops. So what happens is, it actually becomes a spear if you actually do the strong attack, which a lot of people don't really do. So that is more like this. I'll show you guys. Oh, I gotta put it on. Let me hit him before he screams. It's like 2 hits, and it actually has a pretty good, decent amount of range. You don't even need to charge it, and it's like, actually you do need to charge it, I lie. But yeah, it actually has some nice range, which is actually very good, and actually pretty strong, as you can see. So it's not that bad. So yeah, and then this one, strong attack is just a normal whip attack. So yeah, this is actually not that bad of a whip. It's actually pretty good, pretty useful. So what did I add to the whips as a Ash of War? So I like this stump, because this stump is actually very nice. And then for this one, I got this ProslGaming. You know, if people that know, they know Skyrim, you know, ProslGaming. It's very fun to do. So if we go fight somebody, when you're fighting with whip, a lot of people don't expect you to have a long range thing. So it actually does increase the damage, and you can spam it, which is hilarious. But you know how we say, try not to spam, don't go crazy. So yeah, you can like attack, and then all of a sudden you go boom. You gotta learn how to switch weapons really fast. And yeah, it's actually very interesting to have, and you can have it on your right hand, obviously, but I like having it on the left hand. You'll see why in a second. So the other weapon, whips are actually very nice and easy to you can easily maneuver, and like I said, you always have distance. So if you find somebody with a spear, as you can see, it's actually a very good battle because you have a lot of distance, so they really can't get to you. Except this guy's a pain in the butt. So why do I like the storm stump? Because it's actually a really good crowd control. When you're fighting a lot of enemies, you do this, do that, the other enemies stop. And you can do that with PvP as well. So you can stop somebody and you can attack. See, like, I'm over here not being too dedicated to an attack. I'm just there sitting down. And look, you get staggered, 3 hits. And you can do it again. And obviously if they block, it sucks. But the thing is, you have poise, as you saw. So when you're doing this, you actually can withstand some attacks, which is really nice. And it's very nice. So what makes whips more nice and whatnot? So for this one, I like the combination of frost and cold. Like a lot of people, they try to focus on one, but with this spear, the pedal whip, you actually have bleed on it already. It has 50 and I put frost. And then on this one, it doesn't have anything. But if I had another pedal whip, I will. Probably in this gameplay, I'll get it. But this one is actually has really nice range. So it's actually, I'll think about it because I do like the range from the strong attack. But this one I put bleed on it. So I have 104 bleed and then I have 133 of blood. I mean frost, 104 of frost and then 133 of bleed. Which is actually very nice. It's not that bad. But yeah, so whips are actually have a very decent range. It's actually really good. But why would I have those two ashes? Well, whips, sadly, they're kind of slow compared to other weapons. So if you fight somebody with a katana, they can hit you pretty easy. If you're fighting somebody with a sword, they can stagger you easy. Because you see, it takes a little bit of wind up because you're supposed to fight from a distance. So if you're fighting somebody close range and whatnot, then you can just use this to attack them. And then they'll get scared. If they're a mage or someone and you're far away, you can just shoot a full throw that. I mean, why not? It's like Dova King, and then you go full throw that, and then oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you just get. And when somebody's trying to run away and they're trying to heal, I love doing this because it actually has a nice hitbox, but it just does damage to people and they try to heal and then you just kill them. So it's actually really nice to get people to run away. But yeah, the whips are actually pretty nice. It's not that bad. And they have a nice attack range. They're pretty fast when you dual wield them, as you guys can see. So I actually do prefer them when I'm actually fighting some people. And it's just fun all around. Yeah. So guys, you should really try to use whips at least one. You can use it normally. Kind of faster. Oh no, I'm being summoned. I gotta end the tutorial before I go there. Alright guys, see ya. Leave a like and subscribe.